away all thirst, she stays, she's never yours. She doesn't breathe, she doesn't leave when she's with you. She scratches red and cuts too deep, there's nothing left to do. The world inside, she sees it's all in black, trapped inside a bar. The world inside, she sees it's always gray, trapped inside a bar. The world inside, where light never comes in, trapped inside a bar. Just then again, trying to get closer to you. You always go back to the place of black and
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Come on in. This is the Cassidy The Cardslinger show here on My Psychic Connection, and I'm so excited to be back here with everyone tonight. Welcome, welcome. Do come on in, and I would love to interact with everyone throughout the show. So if you are here tonight, say hello. Let's see who is all here this evening. So what is going on? For the next hour, I am here offering readings. That's right. I'm offering both donated readings and free readings. So if you're interested in getting a reading tonight, what I need from you is a specific question. What is a specific question? Well, I want to know what it is that you want to know. Do you want to know about your work life, about your love life? And if you're asking me about someone in particular, let me know who that person is to you, because it's different if I'm looking at your relationship with your boss versus a potential romantic partner versus your child. It's very helpful for me to dive into your situation very quickly if I know a little bit of context surrounding what your question is all about. So I'm really excited to, pardon me. I just knocked over. Yes, I'm excited to be here tonight with everyone. Oh, Energy is here. Hello. Energy says, woohoo, it's Cassidy the Cardslinger. It will be a great show. It sure will, darling. I'm so excited you're here. And we've got the emoji contest going on tonight, guys. So if you are interested in winning a very special reading with me a little later on, whoever sends the most emojis throughout the show will win that reading. So I'm quite excited to get to that a little bit later on. What I will not be reading on tonight is no general readings. So I mentioned I do need a specific question, no general readings tonight, which is, what's coming up for me, or can I have a card, things like that. There are a couple exceptions to this throughout the show, and do stick around because I have a new segment tonight that I'm so excited to be launching. It is called the Cardslinger Call Out. And I will be calling people out on whatever it is they need to know on a particular situation that they're experiencing. So stick around for that. We've also got the lightning round, so we'll have those yes/no questions that I'll answer super quickly. We've got Kelly here. Hello, Kelly. This is so nice. Do say hi and let me know where you're tuning in from. We are an international community. We are throughout the globe, and it's very cool to see where everybody is at. I don't need your, don't give me your personal address or anything, but let me know, what country are you from, what state or your city. Vanessa says a new segment. Yes, darlings, it's going to be really fun. So do you have in your mind, if you'd like to participate in that segment, a situation you want some guidance on? Kelly says, I'm in Orlando, Florida. This is wonderful. Donna is here checking in from California. Hello, hello. Vanessa is here from Chicago. See, check this out. This is wonderful. We're lighting up the country here already. Well, we've got coast to coast, California to Florida. I love it. This is wonderful. So no general readings tonight. I'm also not a psychic medium. So if you're interested in connecting with your loved ones on the other side, head on over to one of the other shows that we have Monday through Wednesday evening, or over to www.mypsychicconnection.com. You can connect with the medium of your choice, and you can also get your general readings done over there. Your first 3 minutes are free as well on the website. Adrian is here, says, yay, hey, Cassidy, tuning in from Oklahoma. Yes, hello, everyone. This is so nice. Miss Collins is here, says, hi, Cassidy. Hello, my dear. This is so wonderful to see everybody. So the donation options are also going to be available tonight. I am taking questions from, I believe, 8 different platforms, and we are streaming live on 196 different platforms. So do be patient as I'm heading through the questions. If you're interested in jumping the line and having your question read right away, the donation link will be available. There's a quick reading, a mini reading, and a mega. The minis and megas are not timed, and those give me a whole bunch of time to dive into your situation. The difference is the mega reading allows you to ask up to 4 different questions. So if you want to know about love and you want to know about work, all that good stuff, that would be the mega reading. Is super helpful to get all of your questions answered. So like I said, all of the donations do jump the line. So if you don't want to be patient, darlings, you don't have to be. Allison is here, says hello from Ontario, Canada. Excellent. this. Okay, we've got 2 countries so far. Let's see who else we've got here tonight. This is so wonderful. So as I mentioned before there, the emoji contest is in full swing. So let's see those lovely emojis. I like the hearts. I like the octopus. Really anything, guys. I'm not picky. I like all different sorts of emojis. I also just want to quickly note this month, $1 of every donation is going to the Ryan White program, and we're very happy to be able to support the beautiful work that they do in many different communities there. So definitely check out that organization if you haven't heard from them already. So this is enough getting going, guys. Let's go ahead and take my first question. Who have we got? We have Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa says, what do you see for my finances for July? All right, my dear. Excellent question. What have we got for Vanessa? What do we see in the month of July for your financial situation? Okay. Interesting. Well, what I'm seeing, my dear, is the financial situation seems a bit, at least right now, in flux, or you're having a hard time really getting your footing, getting a sense of stability within your financial space. The first card I have down here is the Fool reverse, and it's kind of showing, having a hard time keeping money when it comes your way, not having enough to really keep you going. And that Fool energy feels quite scrambling just to, get your financial situation to support the needs that you have. I also have the 5 of Swords here, as well as the 10 of Coins. So actually, which is quite nice, in July, I do see a shift going on in your financial situation. And I don't know if you're considering changing jobs, but it looks like an additional income stream is going to be available to you coming around the end of the month. It feels like July brings, almost in a way, it brings promise, or it brings a setup for you to have more money coming in, but I don't necessarily see the bank account growing significantly throughout the month of July. But I like what I'm seeing there with that 5 of Swords, because it's you actually putting yourself in a position where you are increasing your financial situation and being more strict with yourself, with your spending as well. So I feel like the scrambling energy that you're feeling in your financial space right now, that is lessening throughout the month of July, which is a very good thing. And then with that 10 of Coins being my final card there, it is showing an increase in your financial situation by the end of the month, and rounding the end of the month, heading into August. So put those things in place that you need to, my dear. You're the master of your own financial destiny, if you will. So I hope that was helpful for you, my dear, and thank you so much for your question. All right, guys, I'm so excited. This is wonderful. If you are just joining us and you'd like to get a reading done tonight, what I need from you is your specific question into the comments here below. Arkisha is here. It says, hello, hi. And if you're just joining us, let me know where you're tuning in from. Do say hello and let me know where you're listening from. Diamond is here from Cincinnati, Ohio. Excellent. This is so nice. I love seeing how many people are here. This is so wonderful. And Vanessa says, thank you, Cassidy. You are so very welcome, my dear. Awesome. Vanessa says, I'm a spender and it's hard to save. See, that's the thing though. I understand. I completely understand. But it's almost like, and this can, go out there to anyone who's having a hard time hanging on to their money. As soon as it comes in, it falls out of their grips. But being more very, very structured and very diligent with your money as soon as it comes in. There's that concept of paying ourselves first. And it's beautiful. It's before that money goes anywhere else. As soon as my paycheck comes in, there's a certain percentage that I am setting aside to cover my bills, to cover me, to cover my savings, my investment, whatever that looks like, and have a budget amount left over that you can spend every month. So I know a lot of people, when they think about budgeting, they think, I need to be really stringent and I need to not spend money on anything I want and I need to pinch all of my pennies. That's absolutely not the case. But what you do is you set aside an amount of money that you're using every month. Have your fun money, have your spending money, your shopping money, so that it still incentivizes you to keep working and to keep growing and getting more money and expanding in that way. But sometimes if you need something, next month, you're going to save up for that for 2 months instead of just splurging that and then putting yourself in a tough financial situation. So pay yourself first, folks. It's an excellent concept. Vanessa says paying myself first. Excellent. Look into it. It's a whole thing, but that's the gist of how that one works. It's a tip that works well for me as well. All right, let's see who we've got next on our lovely list tonight. Folks, we are here with our first donation of the evening. We have a quick reading from Adrian. Thank you so very much, my dear, for your donation. Really helps support the channel. It helps support all of the beautiful things that we do here, as well as $1 of your donation is going to the Ryan White program this month. So they thank you for your support as well. Adrian says, will my boyfriend, who is also my son's father, and I continue happily in our journey of love, living under the same roof as a family? All right, my darling, let's take a look. And if we can have that question left up for a couple of moments here. So will your boyfriend, your son's father, continue happily in your journey of love, living under the same roof as a family? I love this question. Nice, meaty question. I know what we're talking about. Let's take a look. What's going on with your relationship and how we see things progressing? Okay. And because I've got a little more time here on a donated reading, let me get a few more cards here. All right. So I feel like I can understand why you're asking this question right now. A lot of this feels like there's a level of disappointment, like not a lot of fulfillment in your relationship right now. I've even got the Hermit card here. And when I see that in the context of a relationship, it's quite isolated and quite lonely in a sense. So where you're asking, will you continue to live happily under the same roof? I do think you will. And it feels like but right now that almost looks either out of reach, out of touch, or not entirely what you're experiencing at this time. It looks like, what's going on here? And I don't know if it's on his side, your side, but there's just too much stuff going on. If he's really busy at work, if you're quite busy at work, it seems like we are being two people who really love each other a lot, being pulled in different directions by what life is dishing their way right now. So I can understand where you're coming from with this question, as it feels quite uncertain, and it feels like the dynamic, that has existed between the two of you previously, there was something beautiful there. And right now it's in a state of flux and in a state of you're feeling disappointed. She says, we go through ups and downs and we are working on communication. Excellent. I love to see that, because what I do see here is two people who are very committed to making it work. In fact, I have both the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Coins here, which is showing like, all right, we are both in it for the long haul. We're both in it to win it. And the level of support that you two offer each other is very beautiful, because it seems like you're both very independent people. And what I'm seeing here with that, or I was originally saying, you're being pulled in different directions. Like you both have such a level of independence, whatever work you are invested in, the things that you're doing with your time. She says, yes, the love is there. We have a lot going on at our house, plumbing issues, etc. Lots of stressful work. Exactly. So, and that, in those moments, it can feel like, your partner isn't choosing you at that time, and you don't maybe have time to choose them all the time. So at this moment in time, it feels like the relationship is strained, but it's going through a strained moment. It is not going through an end or anything, of that nature. In fact, what I do see is this relationship continuing to grow. I don't know if you're I keep getting the words like level up or an increased level of commitment between the two of you. I have the Hierophant reversed as well as the Magician. So it seems that you're both very committed to building your family together, to growing as a couple. You have a lot of ideas that overlap, the way you think about the world. Like, you see, fundamentally, this is such a beautiful relationship. It's a very, there's a lot of nice things about it. So I just want to extend my heart on that, because it's really nice to see. But know that this ebb and flow thing is going to continue for a little while. But I mean, she says, I think we'll be engaged soonish. Yes, I see that too, my dear. Absolutely. A marriage is not too far in the future, I believe here. So just know that this is a beautiful connection. I do see you continuing to grow in happiness and in love, but you're both highly active, highly independent people, and there certainly will be things that pull you apart. She says, not rushing anything though. Absolutely. I mean, it does feel very organic, and it is what the both of you want anyway. So when it happens, it's not feeling, like that's not where you're already going. It doesn't necessarily feel that the relationship is missing a depth right now by any means, but there is that level of making it official. I do see it here. It's in the cards, darling. So that is what I've got for you here. I'm going to pull a quick oracle card for you on this situation. We have fellow travelers, support is all around you, which is so beautiful. And it is showing, even though you're going certain things alone, and sometimes it feels like you're both on your own path, we have that fellow travelers card. It is a pair. It's got this guy here and his peacock, who are both, a beautiful combination, who like different things, but have a lot of overlapping beautiful moments as well. The support is there. The foundation is here for a really loving and wonderful connection. I don't, You guys are ready for the long haul, 100%. Just, take those ebbs and flows as they go, my dear. And as you said, you're already working on communication, which is, that's always a... So that is what I'm seeing for you there, my dear. Thank you so very much for your donation. Adrian says, thank you so much. What a beautiful reading. And thank you very much for your donation and for that lovely question. It is such an honor to be able to look into, whatever your situation is, whatever is weighing on your heart, and, to see something so nice and lovely like that, like, it feels so nice. So thank you very much again, my darling, for your donation and for your lovely question. Okay, guys, we're going to keep this rolling right along. I will say, too, if you are just joining us and you're interested in having a reading tonight, let's see those specific questions. And if you are listening to me somewhere where there is no option to type in a question, if you're hearing me on the radio, head on over to YouTube. Head on over to YouTube, type in My Psychic Connection, and you'll see that we are live with Cassidy the Cardslinger right now. Adrian says, appreciate you holding space for us. Oh, thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. And we love being here. We love reaching new people, meeting wonderful souls, and offering lovely readings. So let's see those specific questions. And if you're interested in jumping the line or having a longer reading like Adrian just did there, the donation link will be available in the chat, or you can head on over to www.journeyryanlive.com/donations and have your donation submitted there. I will say too, make sure you've typed in your question when you add the donation so we can jump to your question right away. All right, who have we got next on our lovely list tonight? We have got Kelly. Kelly says, I want to know about my career. If you see a new one coming soon. All right, Kelly, my dear, let's take a look at what we've got going on in your career. And Kelly, if you're here, my dear, do you want to let me know what is your career? What line of work are you in? And I can explain why that matters. It's quite cool how that shows up in the card. But let's see if we see a new career coming in for Kelly. Oh, nice. Okay. I actually do, which is quite nice. But it doesn't seem to be in like super quick or super soon. I have the politics card reverse and the adventure card reverse. So whatever it is, and let me know, my dear, if you're currently employed. She says, right now I'm in payroll, but it's not for me. Haha, yes. I couldn't agree more, darling. With that adventure card in reverse, it's like there's no zest for this particular line of work you're in. But also, I want to say too, there's a perhaps a nugget that could hold you back from going after something you want, because you've almost gotten perhaps a bit comfortable with the steady paycheck, with how things are. Politics reverse, it feels like, the work situation, whether it's the people, the job itself, like I don't see fulfillment in the line of work here, but I want to make sure that you have enough fire within you to catalyze this change in your life, because what I see here, I've got the card of friendliness, which is quite nice, as well as the card of rebirth, which is literally showing a person who is coming out of a lion that's riding a camel. It's very dramatic. But that friendliness card is, I do feel that how this comes to be is that someone that someone in your network will be able to point you in the direction of a job that is coming up and coming available. And then that rebirth card is showing actually a really nice transition into a new position. But it comes after you've really within yourself, like I know that you said it's not for you, but you need to amount that feeling into action as well, to not just be not haphazardly, but with That is what I've got for you there, my dear, and I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for that lovely question. And I will say too, for anyone else out there who is considering a significant change in their life, Kelly says, that sounds great. I understand. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that, because one of my, I don't know whose quote it was originally, but it was something to the tune of, it's risky. Kelly says, thank you, hon. You were so welcome, my dear. It's risky to go out and try something new, and it's risky to leave your job, and it's risky to do something that you love, but it's also really risky to spend your life doing something you didn't want to do. So I really like the way of thinking about that. And actually, I have this lovely little quote here. I'm going to read it a little bit later because it fits really well with the Cardslinger call out segment that's about to come up. Because sometimes we really do just need a push in the right direction, something that just, we know in our mind that we need to go or we need to do something different. We know in our heart it's time to go. But then sometimes actually mounting the response and actually taking that action is of course, the hardest thing to do. So With that, my darlings, let me grab another deck here. I didn't do my deck check tonight. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks within arm's reach. So I can answer. Oh, folks, we're here. Okay. The Cardslinger call out is here. I am thrilled for this. So listen carefully and do listen up, because if you are wanting me to address your situation or your question within the next 3 minutes, I can almost guarantee I will get to you. At least I will get to the people who are typing their questions or their situations in super quickly. So prepare for this. This is quite fun. This is different from the lightning round. So what I need from you is a situation that you are experiencing. And what I am going to do is, through my cards, call you out. All I can say is one sentence, a maximum of one sentence, to call you out for something you need to know surrounding your situation. So if you want to know, just type into the comments a situation you're experiencing. You can say, my job, my current job, my relationship with so-and-so, my love life, what I need from you. And I also need to know, if you're wanting about love, I need to know if you're single or if you are in a connection, because that is going to be a very different sort of call out. So this isn't quite a general reading where you can just ask for a card. What I need from you is a specific situation that you're going through. So allow me to call myself out first, or at least do a quick example. So if someone is asking, actually, let's do this one generally, listening for someone who is listening out there, a useful call out for them. So let's say, if you find yourself, and we're going to actually use the example from before here. If you find yourself in a job that you know is not for you, what is the call out message from the cards for you at this time? First card I have down is the parasitic fruit, and the second card down is the double caveman. All right, so the call out for you folks, if you are someone who is experiencing a job that you know is not for you, your actions are entirely hurting yourself on a level that is deeper than you're currently understanding. So either be a part of this solution or continue to be a part of the problem. That is the call out. So excellent. If you would like a call out, I will be opening the gates here for the next 3 minutes. What I need from you is your specific situation, and I will offer a quick message, a quick call out here from the cards. So we have Emma Rose. Hi, Emma. Emma says, my romantic love life just got into a new relationship. Let's check the cards for the call out for Emma Rose's romantic life. I have the card of the Guru, and I have a card of the Greased Priest. Just one of my favorite cards. Do not go into this relationship acting like something that you're not. Do not try to pull the rug over someone's face and make yourself seem like something or someone that you are not, because it will catch up with you. That is your call out, my darling, and sending you lots of love. This is for Kelly. Kelly says finances are tough right now. So let's take a look, Kelly, my dear, what the call out is for you. Okay, here I have, the first card says, it's probably nothing. And I have the card of King Fancy. If you downplay the reality of your financial situation, of how bad things are, King Fancy, overspending, until you recognize how bad the problem is, we can't begin to face it and fix it. That is what I have for you there, my dear. Let's take a look at who we've got for our next call out. We've got Donna Smith. Says, my current relationship, we argue all the time. All right, Donna, how are the cards going to call you out here? All right, we have the heron bearer, as well as Papa Macho. Your argument style is not effective. So you're saying that you are arguing all the time, but that's getting to no end, because trying something that you've already done that doesn't provide any change or any different, keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same result. It is time to change your communication style. That is your call out, my dear. Becca says, my memory, it needs work. Let's take a look at your call out for you, my dear. What is the call out for Becca's memory? All right. Here I have Rhubarb Tony. These cards are hilarious. And Big Sexy Satan. All right. So for your memory, my dear, the call out for you. There There is something that you're missing when it comes to your memory. And it feels like looking at things that are either outrageous or highly memorable in how you experience them will really be the key to helping you with your memory going forward. That is the call out for you, my dear. Thank you so much. All right, my darlings, that is the Cardslinger call out. I thought that was quite fun, and I do hope you enjoyed that. That will be a new segment on my show every week. So Cassidy the Cardslinger here on My Psychic Connection. Emma Rose says, sounds about right, with a smiley face. And Kelly says, thank you. You are so very welcome. So if you're interested in being called out, Donna says, awesome, thank you. Okay, good. All right, we've got some good reactions. Emma's saying, I love this game. It is quite fun. Becca says, thank you. Thanks each and every one of you for allowing me to just lovingly, with all of the love in the world, calling you out, because sometimes we just need a bit of information. So if you're interested in being called out tonight for anything, or you'd like more information on your specific situation, let's see those specific questions in the chat. And all donations do jump the line if you'd like a longer reading and you would like me to get to your question more quickly. Also, the mini reading and the mega reading are not timed, so I can call you out for for 20 minutes if I need to. Those readings take as long as they need to take. All right, guys, thank you so much for that. I'm going to go ahead and grab another deck here. Let's see who we've got next. We've got a donation for a mini reading. Thank you so very much, my dear, for your donation. This is from Arkisha. Thank you very, very much. It really helps support the channel. And it also, $1 of every donation this month is going towards the Ryan White program. So thank you for your support, and we can pass that support right along. This is also a mini reading, folks, so we are not timed. I'm going to go ahead and get comfortable here. I can take as long as this takes to get this message out. Arkisha asks, is KL really traveling over the road with his two cousins for a family funeral? Okay, my dear. So she says, just wondering, did he have to go the whole 8-hour drive while they sit back? Okay, can I have the first question? Oh, and then she says, still waiting to know if he made it safely. All right, my dear. She says, I did get a text earlier that he would call once he got there, but I don't know, just concerned and wondering if everything he told me was the truth. All right, so she is asking, is KL really traveling over the road with his two cousins for a family funeral? Okay, so KL is someone that you have not heard from. You're wanting to know what's going on. So first, I want to know if he's being truthful to you, my dear. I really want to know. Let's dive into that, and then I'm going to see like what's going on. If we see he's truthful, is he in fact driving? Did he need to go? We'll really sink our teeth into this one. So let's take a look. Is KL being truthful and in fact really traveling with his two cousins for a family funeral on an 8-hour drive? So let's take a look here. KL being truthful. I'm invested in this too, my dear. Let's take a look. Okay, there is absolutely a family funeral that is being traveled to. In fact, I have the Judgment card reversed, which is, you know, it's the only card in the tarot that is showing people in a casket. I've got the 3 of Swords reversed, which is showing a loss, that sense of having a loss in the family. I've also got the 5 of Coins reversed, which is him traveling with other very unhappy people to a place where, you know, I mean, traveling to a funeral, it's always not a happy situation. And the final card here is, because I did ask, was he being truthful? I have the Sun card, which is in fact showing me, yes, the truth was being said here. I'm not seeing anything shady about the nature of what is actually going on there. The funeral is here. The traveling with family members is here. The heartbreak is here. I am fully on board with KL actually being truthful with what is going on here. So now the fact that you said it's an 8-hour drive, supposed to text when you got there, I want to know what's going on, make sure everybody is all right on that journey, and let's see why you haven't heard from KL at this time. So let's take a look. What is going on here with KL? Why you haven't heard them? Okay. Yeah, and I'm how far are we at, my dear? You've said you're waiting for this text, and it was supposed to be 8 hours. You're supposed to get a text when they got there. Because part of this, I'm just wondering if we're still within a reasonable time limit where they could still be driving. Because the first card here I've got is the Justice card. So I'm happily, I'll say, not seeing any accidents or anything that's, you know, derailing this trip or this person's travel into where they are headed. I've also got the 9 of Swords reversed, as well as the 10 of Wands. So it feels like either heavy traffic, a road closure, they're either waiting behind an accident, but I can certainly see that journey, that travel to where they're going, is taking longer than was expected. And I also don't know, have they made it yet? They made it where they were going? At this moment in time, it feels like they're getting pretty close. Acacia says, maybe they left later than I thought. I do think that's the case. I do actually believe we've got the 5 of Cups reversed here. It feels like there was a delay in leaving and something related to the mourning process that came up, whether they needed to pick someone else up, bring along something, sort something out, make a couple of extra phone calls. It just feels like the grief surrounding this situation is part of the reason why this journey has in fact been slower than normal. I don't think exactly that KL has made it to where, not yet. I have both the 9 of Swords reversed and the 4 of Swords reversed, where it feels like after that long drive, perhaps one would want to rest, go to sleep. It feels like sleep has not come yet, or they haven't gotten to their resting point or to where they are supposed to be able to send you that text. So I don't think, yeah, we're not being sketchy here. I want to put your heart and your mind at ease here. I'm not seeing lies surrounding what's actually going on. The fact that you haven't heard from KL does feel like they're tied up with this travel, with this trip, with the family members as well. I've got the 4 of Cups reversed, so it doesn't feel like you will not hear from them. In fact, and perhaps it hasn't been, it's almost like they've sent you something and it maybe hasn't been delivered. They didn't have service. Their phone died. I don't want to be making excuses for this person. Arkisa says, will I get a call or text before tomorrow? Let's take a look here. I think you will get a call / text fairly soon, but I don't know, my dear, where you are in the world, because I have the World card reversed and the Emperor reversed, and I feel like I need to be careful with how I'm answering in terms of the time zone, because you know, depending on where you are, if tomorrow is in a couple of hours from now, it feels like not yet. How many? You will hear from them within how long? You're going to still reach out when they get there? Okay, to be honest, it might not be as soon as they arrive. Again, it either feels like the phone died. As soon as they get there, the journey took too long and they crash out. This is a poor excuse, but it's how I'm seeing here. She says, or should I reach out when I get off? Or it's 10:30 p.m. here. Okay, gotcha. So we're 10:30, 11. So an hour and a half before it is effectively tomorrow. So should you reach out? Yeah, I do think that is actually a good move. I've got the Lovers card here. I think it would be nice for them. They want to hear from you. I don't see anything, you know. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything sketchy. It just feels like communicating is a tricky thing for them right now. We've got the mourning. They are in mourning. I see the family in mourning. The journey took too long. They left late. There's a lot of moving parts involved where you're not being forgotten, or they're not at least trying to be, you know, negligent in managing your connection and your relationship. But I think, yeah, with that Lovers card here, I do think you should reach out, and I think you'll hear from them. I don't know. I'm getting a sense like within 8 to 10 hours from now, you will be hearing from them. So whether they get to where they're going, crash, have a nap, plug in their phone, and you hear from them when they've woken up on the other side, I think you will be hearing from them shortly. I'm not seeing, yeah, they're not, I don't see they're hurt. They're not in danger. There's nothing, they're not lying to you. I trust KL. This person is not trying to mess you about. They genuinely just have a lot of things going on. It feels like also additional things have fallen on their shoulders. This 10 of Wands here, whether they've been asked to help arrange certain proceedings of the funeral, call relatives, help with the setup. It just looks like they are really under pressure, as well as mourning this loss in the family as well, and then trying to manage all of the people around them that are mourning. Like they're going through it, to be all the way honest, is how I'm seeing this here. So I think reaching out would be well received. I think that when they see the message from you, it's a really welcome message. They're, oh, nice. I'm so happy to hear from you. Like it's a nice feeling. It doesn't feel overbearing. They are not going to be, why are you texting me? Nothing like that. Like they're very happy to hear from them when you reach out. So I'm really loving that for you with that lover's card. But if you can, my dear, just on your heart, on their heart, perhaps just give them a little bit of grace and a little bit of space right now. Arkesha says, well, maybe a text opposed to a call, you think. Well, let's test that one fully here. Texting, calling. I don't hate either option. I feel like if you call, you'll be able to connect with them. Feels like they're still driving though. If you were to call right now, KL would answer the phone. The text, it feels like still a welcome message, but it will be responded to a little bit later. I think they are probably literally have the chariot card here. I literally think they are the one driving. So hopefully KL has some hands-free thing, because don't text and drive, folks. But I think you'll be able to hear from them if you were to call. They would answer your call, as well as the Queen of Wands reversed here. A text, also a welcomely received message. Happy to hear from you, but there is a delay time in their response. So that is what I am seeing for you there, my dear. Just let me have a quick oracle card here for you to summarize this here situation. Okay, here I have begin now. It says take your first step. Yeah, okay, so I like this. This fits really well with the idea of you being the one to reach out and just holding a bit of space, because actually, take a look at this. It shows one person who is here and another person who is heading out on a road. Isn't that quite fascinating? So it's saying, despite the fact it says take your first step, it feels like that is where you can find your power in this situation and what you can do. It's useful for you to be able to send the message, to call. Either option seems good. Like I said, I think they'll answer the phone / the text. They'll get back to in a little bit. They are happy to hear from you. But again, just give them a little bit of space, because they're not lying to you. They're just really going through it. So that is what I'm seeing for you, my dear Arkesha. Thank you so very much for your donation, and I hope that was helpful for you. It's wonderful to be able to dive in more deeply into a situation. See how much I can talk, people? I have so much to say, and those 2 minutes for those free readings, they just go by. I mean, I swear they go by more quickly as the show goes on, but nevertheless, that was just wonderful. Okay, so thank you so very much. And Arkesha says, so I will wait a little while. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's good. I agree with that. A call or text, totally fine, but do wait. You will hear from them. They're genuinely tied up here, not in a sketchy way. So excellent. Oh, this is so much fun, guys. I'm ready to go ahead and jump right into my next question. Who have we got? Okay, folks, we are here with the lightning round. So if you are just tuning in, or if you don't know how this one works, I will be rapid fire answering your yes or no questions for the next 3 minutes straight. That's right. If you have a question that I can answer in either yes, no, I can also say undetermined. But what I need from you is to type those specific yes or no questions into the comments. I can't say when, where, why, how. I cannot give description. Even in my call out, I was trying to say one sentence, but I'm just trying here, folks. So let's see these yes or no questions. And I will say, you can ask as many as you like, as fast as you can type, as many questions as are on your heart. I will answer as many as I can. And as soon as I start, the 3-minute timer will be there. So like I said, just let's see all of these wonderful questions. We'll just pause that emoji contest for a quick moment here. Kelly says, do you see me becoming a home owner? Yes. Allison says, will my vehicle last another 3 months? Yes. Lovely Light Guidance says, will I be ready for my position in September? Yes. Ooh, that's good. Donna says, will my boyfriend and I work things out? Ooh, undetermined. Arkesha says, will I have my new truck before September of this year? Undetermined. Ooh, that was interesting. Allison says, will I get a job in the next 3 months? That's also undetermined. Some more. Donna says, will we pass inventory at work? Yes. Tara says, will I get a new car soon? See a new car soon? Yes. Minnie says, will I find the love of my life? Yes, you will. Flora says, will I meet someone this year? Will Flora meet someone this year? Undetermined. Arkisha says, will KL and I have a wonderful time on our trip next month? Yes. Donna says, does my boss really see my worth? Undetermined. Oh, there's a lot to that one. Ellison says, will I meet my forever partner this year? Undetermined. Donna says, will I do well in school? Yes, you will. Flora says, will I retire this year? Let me see, Flora retiring this year. Maricela says, will July be good financially for me? No. Arkisha says, will there be a marriage engagement with KL and I in the future? Undetermined. Lovely Light Guidance says, is T my future husband? Also undetermined. Lovely Light Guidance says, will I get the new Tahoe truck within 2 years? A new Tahoe truck? No. Interesting. Allison says, will I ever get married again? Yes. Lovely Light says, will I get married in the next 5 years? Undetermined. Tara says, will my son get through problems? Yes. Yes. Flora says, will my son Josh meet a new girlfriend? Yes. Oh, folks, that was so very much fun. Thank you so much for playing along. That is a tricky game because there is a million and one reasons why I see the undetermined label come up there. And it never ceases to amaze me why I say undetermined. But if you want any more information on your questions, go ahead and type those specific questions in the chat and I'll get to as many folks as I can. And the donation link can jump you ahead if you want more information right away. Lovely Light says, thank you, beautiful. You are so welcome, my dear. You know what? That was a good question. Someone asked, will my car last 3 months? Will Cassidy the Cardslinger's car last 3 months? Well, that's undetermined too. I better get my act together. Okay, too much fun. All right, folks, this has been wonderful. I said I was going to say this before when I had the Cardslinger call out going, but I wanted to read it now because I forgot to earlier, and I think it's a nice thing to say. So it's useful because it's a good, useful quote. And I unfortunately don't know where this quote came from. So if you've heard this before and you know, please go ahead and type into the chat where this is from, because I did look it up before the show and I love to give credit where credit is due, but I don't know where this came from. So listen to this. It's quite lovely. It says, working out makes you feel weak when it actually makes you stronger. Learning new things will make you feel, pardon me? Learning new things will make you feel dumb when it's actually making you smarter. Investing in yourself will make you feel broke when it's actually making you rich. Facing your fears will make you feel terrified when it's actually making you braver. Never hold back pardon me, never hold back, strive to be better tomorrow than you were today, and thank yourself later. Oh, I just love that so much. So don't be afraid to do something because it's hard in the moment or because you have to suffer through it for a little bit of time. Hey, Journey.
Squirrelism.
That was a squirrelism 9000.
I just had to discredit and say squirrelism. And you know our favorite little nutty friend is just giggling her butt off for that.
And you know, you can catch squirrel with Whispers of the Forest. You can catch squirrel with Whispers of the Forest Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And let's get my lisp under control. Let's get my tripping over my word. I need cards. Donna says, I love watching you. You have a bubbly personality and it makes me smile. Oh, thank you so much, my dear. I have a whole lot of fun up here and I absolutely love reading cards. You can see I don't stumble when I'm reading cards, but if I'm trying to read words, I should just stick to cards. I'll stick to cards. On that note, who have we got next tonight? We have got Minnie. Minnie says, new here, inquiring about love life, currently single. Ooh, love life, my dear. Let's take a look at what we've got for you, Minnie, my dear. what we have for you about love life is coming up and any guidance for you in the realm of love. Or Minnie. Okay. All right, my dear. So the first card I have down here is called Slowing Down. So where you said you're currently single, it feels like you either have been single for some time. There just doesn't feel like there's very much movement at all in your love life situation. And it feels like it's probably been a bit of time since you felt that passion, that spark, that, that level of fulfillment in your love life that you would really be looking for. I have the card of Innocent in reverse, Thunderbolt reverse, as well as Success. So the nice thing here is that it does seem as though things end up changing in your love life situation. But that card of Innocence reverse, she says, yes, over a year. Excellent. So I don't want you to be the reason why you can't find love, because it actually seems like you're a lovely person, a beautiful person, someone who wouldn't have a hard time finding a new partner. If you put yourself out there in a way that you are really meeting the right people, whether that's on an app or on however it would look. And in fact, I'm going to see how apps look. Apps don't look like a bad idea. I don't know if you're interested in that sort of thing. But it's almost like you either standing in your own way of finding that next person or not taking the steps necessary to be able to find someone, at least right now. And I hope that can in fact change, because I have the Thunderbolt card here reverse, where it's like, I can see that moment, that spark, that lovely meeting of you and someone who is worthwhile and of a connection that is quite beautiful. In fact, we have the card of Success here, where it's like, yay, I found someone who I'm happy to be with. I'm so sorry, my dear. I have run out of time on that one, but I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you very much for your lovely question. You said on apps, they are horrible. So here's the thing, folks. And I will say this to you, my dear, but anyone who has, my heart goes out to you, certainly. And in the world of apps, it's a challenging thing to meet people. And Minnie says, thank you. You're so welcome, my dear. But just because, we have bad experiences with certain things, and this is not an across the board thing, right? If you are having a bad experience with someone or some workplace, perhaps, the right thing to do is to abandon that thing and move forward. But it's also like if you cut off a channel that a new opportunity can come to you because of an experience that hasn't been great, you could really be closing the door on something wonderful happening. So, and this could be, and again, not necessarily a blanket statement, but that was an interesting comment where Minnie said, the apps are horrible, and perhaps they are, but you don't need everyone. If you're looking for one person, you just need to be on there when the time that one other person is on there. So allow, tools and platforms to work for you and to perform for you as you need them to. But just because you maybe have a bad experience, it would be a shame to walk away from something that perhaps still had more to offer you. So food for thought on that little topic there, folks. But anyways, the emoji contest is still going tonight, guys. So if you would like to win a reading with me a little bit later on in the show, let's see those beautiful emojis dancing up through the chat. And if you are interested in having a donation or having a reading guaranteed before the end of the night, the donation link will be there and available for you, and that will jump you in the line. You'll get my immediate attention, and it will guarantee that you get a reading this evening. Minnie says, "True, sound advice." Excellent, Steve. Excellent. If I can help just a single soul out there tonight, then my job here is done. All right, folks. Let's see who we've got next on our lovely list tonight. We have got Donna. Donna says, are things going to get better for me in my relationship? All right, my dear, let's take a look for you. Are things going to get better for Donna in her relationship? And Donna, if you're here, my dear, how long have you been in this connection? Just curious, because it feels established to me, so I'm wondering, are things going to get better for you in your relationship? Okay. Well, my dear, she says 5 years. And I've even got the 5 of Swords here. Fascinating. All right. So the first card down here I have is the 10 of Cups reverse, where it feels like what really was once a beautiful connection. You two were two halves of the same coin type of thing. You agreed on a lot of things. It just feels like we've really fallen out of harmony with each other. It feels like almost the stakes have perhaps gotten higher in your relationship, whether that's, individually things that you're going through, what's pulling. It's almost like the stress that is on each of you individually is causing additional conflict within the relationship itself. It does, I would say there's still a foundation here that's relatively strong. If I look underneath the arguments, I've got the Ace of Swords reversed as well as the Five of Swords reversed. And both of those in a relationship context typically show me conflicts, arguments, perhaps constant arguments. That Ace of Swords reverses, that is saying things we don't mean necessarily, sharp tongue, perhaps being rude, short, or even lack of communication with each other. It feels like the place that it's in right now is just almost want to say like a sad shadow of what it once was. You have asked if things will get better, and I feel like they certainly can, but it's a progression-wise, I would say, advice, how this moves forward. So I have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, as well as the Chariot, which is quite an interesting little combination of cards because it almost starts like a walk, a jog, and then a full out run, where I think what needs to happen here is almost like a deepen. I'm sorry, my dear. Thank you for your question, and I hope that was helpful for you. And I really wish you good luck and all the best with your connection. Okay, guys, this has been such a wonderful evening here tonight. I'm just having an absolute blast. I hope that everyone is having a good week tonight. There were so many questions, things I wanted to ask from people. What is everybody watching now, by the way, besides the shows here on My Psychic Connection? Donna says that was very helpful. Thank you. You are so welcome, my dear. I'm very glad to hear that. I don't know if anybody's watching anything interesting. I am currently watching House of the Dragon right now. That has been wonderful. It just came out. We've got 2 episodes out. Another one's coming out on Sunday. Are you guys watching anything that's good or worthwhile? I always like a good TV show or a good recommendation. All right, let's see who we've got for our next question tonight. We have got Becca. Hi, Becca. Becca says, hi, Cassidy. I feel like my brain is working better. Do you see improvements for me soon? Thank you. All right, my dear, let's take a look at what's going on for you. I hope you're doing well, my dear. It's lovely to hear from you. Journey's watching the Golden Girls. I will rewatch the Golden Girls till the end of time. All right, so do we see some improvements happening for Becca? All right, my dear. Okay. Actually, okay. Yes. Where you're saying you feel like it's starting to work better, and do I continue to see improvements? And I've got the King of Swords upright as my very first card down. So I feel like there's a sense of either mental clarity or having a grip or a grasp on your mind. Things are just really starting to feel more clear for you. Things are making more sense. Memory recall, communication, things like that. I like where we're at right now because it feels like after a time of going through the swords, a very difficult, challenging period of trying to get to this point, we've actually come to a place that's, looking quite good and fairly stable. I've got the card of the 4 of Coins here, as well as the Ace of Coins reversed, and the Devil reversed as my overarching card here. So I do feel like the debilitation that you have within your mind, it does feel like it's lessening. It doesn't seem that it goes away super quickly, or that in fact we get all the way back to how things were on a fast time scale. But this 4 of Coins looks like you've really gotten, I would say, either a routine that's quite conducive to helping you continue to improve. And that's almost, I would say, the nugget of advice I have for you, if there's anything you can do on a relatively consistent basis, because even in this particular 4 of Coins, this person has a coin sitting on top of their head and they're holding particular things as well. So I don't know if there's some level of sensory thing or muscle and mind body type, having the body and the mind talking to each other a little bit better than my mind and mouth are talking to each other tonight. But certain either exercises or practices that you have or that you've considered doing that you can do on a regular basis. Invest in yourself, to you, my dear, and everyone else who is out there with my my little quote from earlier that almost was. All right. This has been such a wonderful evening tonight. I hope that your week is going well. We have got a long weekend here. I am up in Canada, and it's Canada Day on Monday, so we have got a long weekend. And then I know it's the 4th of July next week as well. So very exciting times all around. Okay. let's take a look at who we've got. Oh, folks, we have got our emoji contest winner tonight. Thank you so very much to everyone who played along. It's always wonderful to see all of the lovely emojis come up on the screen. And Emma Rose, congratulations, my dear. You are the winner of the emoji contest. Congratulations. Wow, that was such a close race we have from our folks in the back. So thank you very much, everybody, for all of your wonderful emojis. And Emma, I have got a message for you. Let's take a look. I'm going to grab my Oracle deck here, and let's take a look at what message we have for Emma at this time, what you need to know. And this is, again, folks, the only opportunity for a fully general reading is to win a contest here on this show, or by heading on over to www.mypsychicconnection.com. All right, my dears, let's take a look at what we have for Emma. Okay. Interesting. Very nice. Okay, Emma, my dear, this is quite fun and pretty interesting. So the first card I have down here, it is a cat who has in fact just poor little bird, but a cat that has gotten himself some prey and has taken down this bird's card 13, followed by card 39, where we have someone who can see something that the other people cannot, as well as card 11, which is showing something, a person perhaps falling out of what appears to be a casket. These poor little skulls have unfortunately dropped as they are walking by. So what do I have to say to you, my dear Emma? So with that first card, I want to commend you for starting to do this, and also encourage you to continue to do this, to act more naturally within yourself. Follow your instincts and who you know that you are, and actually acting like yourself. With the other card that complements this in this deck, it's showing a cat who's sitting there and is perhaps playing with the birds. And it's nice and it's lovely and it's harmonious, but it's like, if you want to actually get anywhere or get where you want to go in this world, in this lifetime, with this card here, it's calling for you to be more than just be who yourself, but who you instinctually are. Don't try to be something that you're not, or act in a certain, like, you don't need to. There is something that is very powerful within yourself that is trying to come out, and it's asking you to go ahead and do that. So on one hand, like I said, commending you on the work that you've done in this space so far, but continue to do so, because if you don't go after your prey, it will just continue to dance on you like a little bird sitting on a cat's head. The next card I have here is 39. And this is such a beautiful card, where you've ever had anyone who's told you that you're crazy, that what you want in life is not possible, that your ambitions that you have for yourself are out of reach, or you are out of touch in thinking that certain things can be a certain way. And if you look at this card, if you can see it here on the video, we've got two people who are holding someone back, who is pointing at this little, I don't know, gremlin type creature. And the people who are holding the one person back can't see what this other person is seeing. So you have an ability to, I would say, to really see what is possible in a realistic sense, as opposed to in a dreamer sense, as opposed to just thinking some pie in the sky thing is possible and it actually not being possible. So what I want to say to you, my dear, is just because someone has either tried to hold you back or has tried to discourage you, this fits well with that card on instincts here. Someone is saying, like, that is not possible. Stop wasting your time. They can't see what you can see. So don't listen to them. It's not worth it. Just, nope, absolutely not. Go after the things that are instinctually yours, or that you feel is really who you are. Part one. And part two, stop listening to other people who have nothing but negative things to say. The final card here, it's saying, like, it's time to let go of an expired thing that you have been carrying. And in fact, it's been around for too long. It has lived past its time. And you've got these little skull people who have dropped at this body. And it's like, it perhaps was holding them back, holding them down. And they walked right past the cemetery where it should have gone, but they have held on to it for too long. So I think this is in relation to both of these other cards here, where if you are carrying things that are preventing you from really being yourself, preventing you from going after what you want, holding on to the opinions of what other people have said is possible for yourself, it is really time to get rid of it. It is not yours to carry. It is not your job to continue carrying it. And getting rid of it is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, my dear. So that is what I've got for you. Congratulations again on being our emoji contest winner. And thank you everyone who has sent wonderful emojis throughout the night. That was so very much fun. And guys, we have reached the end of the show. I cannot believe that an hour has gone by that quickly, but this has been wonderful time, an absolute blast. Thank you all for tuning in. The next available show will be Monday night at 10 o'clock Eastern time with the beautiful Kay, the intuitive empath. She is exceptional. So definitely check out her show, and mediumship readings will be available there as well. So you can check her out for that. Otherwise, I am Cassidy the Cardslinger. I am always here on Thursday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern time, and I will be here next week at the same time, same place. Until then, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.